with those mechanical components, its maximum speed is up to 25 kilometers per hour, and maximum load is about 150 kilograms. When we fully discharge the electrical bicycle, it can drive more than 45 kilometers. And because of its net weight is 25 kilograms and gross weight is 30 kilograms, so its carton size is 1,480 multiplied 390 multiplied 950 millimeters. It's 75% packing. And containing load is 70 units, 20 FT or 160 units. Its delivery about 95 days. You can see the appearance of this kind of electric bicycles. The next model is 2001. Compared with the before one, it is rather small. Its charger is AC 100 volt to 240 volt motor charger. It takes 2 to 5 hours to the full charge, and it has throttle. The type of its fork is straight fork, with its motor brushless 250 volts real motor, and its battery is lithium battery 36 volts, 7.8 ampere hours or 10.4 ampere hours. Next is about its mechanical components. Its frame is made of aluminum alloy, and its rim is made of alloy. Its handbar is made of foldable alloy, and because of its small size, it doesn't have chain wheel, wheel back, saddle, and brake lever. But it is convenient, and the climbing capacity is about 7 degrees. Its brake is magnetic brake or mechanical brake. The capacity of its waterproof is normal. This type is only the half of the last model. Its net weight is about 12 kilograms. The maximum speed is up to 25 kilometers per hour, and the maximum load is 120 kilograms. Its distance per charge is more than 25 kilometers. And because of its small size, it can unfold about 1,040 and 54 multiply 436 multiply 1,100 and 500 millimeters. Its full size is about 1,040 and 54 multiply 436 multiplied 480 millimeters. Compared with the last one, the price is relatively cheaper. It's about 382 US dollars per month. The delivery is the same as the last one, about 95 days. You can take this. You can take the picture on the screen as a reference. Okay, that's all about today's two Model 1526 and Model 12001. Thank you very much. Let's welcome my colleague Ethan to give you another show.
Hello, this is Ethan again. Now next I will introduce more information about our foundries. So as you see on the pictures which are on the screen shows that is one of the pictures which we take photo on our foundries. And here is about 20 pieces of the 1708, which the model number is 1708. They will be exposed to the Japan on this December. And after that, you will see this is our foundries on its second floor. Our worker will work in this environment to make up all the things of the electric bicycle. And as you see, totally this produced liner is more than 20 meters. So by this both sides, our worker will make up all the parts of what our electric bicycle need. They will do their work beside for this side. And after that is our screen workers that do some testament on the electric bicycle's form. After that, you will see other things. And next, I would like to show you more information about our electric bicycles to you. As you see, which behind me is one of our electric bicycles, which model called the 1708-1. And this electric bicycle is a special size. And let me first introduce the import part for you. As you see, there are many different parts in its handlebars. These handlebars, like human's mind, and need to control all the systems of our electric bicycles. So you will see different things are collected together on these handlebars. Now next, let me introduce more details to you. And the first things inside with painted with and use stainless steels. This is our handle brake. There are two handle brakes on these handlebars. Both these handle brake get together will be the double brake disc systems for control the brake systems to make sure how far is safety distance when you need to do the brake to make all the electric bicycles slow down, even make it stop at one moment. After that, the left handle brake controls the front disc brake systems, and others control the rear one. So then both these handle brake work together will make all the double brake disc systems. It will make sure your safety and give you more environmental or more comfortable use conditions. And then as you see beside this left handle brake, there is LCD displays. This display is simple but reliable enough to use. There are two buttons in it. One for controls the power systems, and one controls the speed levels when you switch the electric bicycles to the four electric models. Now let me show you the first system. It's all the main important system like a man's heart. It's called power control systems. There is a button on this LCD displays on its left top of these LCD displays. So there is a button with on or F on it, which right on its surface. And I show you this is the button which controls the turn on or turn off of all the power of these electric bicycles. So it also will show you another information about how much left about its lithium batteries. So as you see, there are 4 red lights was shining. It shows that the power in this lithium battery is deformed, so you will not be worried about how much longer or how far it will do. And every light show about 25% left of our lithium batteries. So if there is only one red light shines, so it will be mention you to take care about how much power left about your lithium batteries. And as you see, in this time, our lithium battery will be charged enough, so you don't worry about it will be run out. And then there is other button which is below of this button which controls the turn on or turn off. This one is called the model. It controls how fast it will be for these electric bicycles. Now next I would like to show you how fast it could be. It will be controlled by the thrusters which are on the right handlebars. And when you control the thrusters, it will get the signals when you make. After that, our lithium batteries will work. Now next I will show you when it's in the model which calls the low model fast speed. It could be if you want to switch the speed, please first make sure you are in a safety conditions. After that, you will see in this handlebars there is a light which enters the 4 light in this first line. There also have 3 buttons, and you can also switch the models by control the buttons which direct the model on it. So you click for once, it will switch to the next models. In this model, which called low, you will get the information from these LCD displays. And after that, I will control the thrillers to show you how fast it could be. So as you see, as you see, when I need to show you that I need to protect a box to make the real terriers, get off the ground so that you will see how fast the terrier will be. After that, when you switch the model in the low power models, after that, you will control the thriller switch on the right handlebars as this way. I control the up or downs to make sure our terriers work. So that when this is the low models, you will see these terriers that work very slowly, and the maximum speed for this model it can do just only 10 kilometers per hour. So in these models you can do you can driving our electric bicycles and talk with friends to share what happened in your weekdays. Even you can switch the model to the outside to do the on-site assessment. You can make control of these trailers to get the speed which you want. If you want to go faster, to go to your country or your company, don't worry, our electric bicycles will also help you. So as you see, I switch the button which on the LCD, which called the model. I switch the low model to the middle models. After that, I control the thrillers. You will see it's run more faster, and the maximum speed for the middle model can do is only about 20 kilometers per hour. And after that, I switch the middle models to the high models. So it means you need to do something urgent, but you have some time left. After that, you should to switch these models and by control of the thrillers. So as you see, it's run much faster than the other models. And in these models, it can run more than 25 kilometers per hour. So our EV electric bicycle is a good choice for you to go outside to somewhere you want. And when you switch the models, we are not worried about when I switch to another models how it works. It works very smoothly, so it will not give you a sense of stop. It will be continuous, and here you click on the buttons which you want to turn off all the power systems of our electric bicycles. And let me show you more information about this front part, about these handlebars. Let's over the left handlebar, which things on the left handlebars. On the right handlebars, we will see here is derailleurs. They control the different speed gears by control the different levels. And our derailleurs takes the world famous brand which called Shimano. They will support you to give you 7 different speed for you to choose. So after that, you will see in this real part, it shows you that there are 7 different size speed gears in the real part, so that it will give you 7 different levels when you do the for pedaling or driving our electric bicycles. And when you drive or riding, just by control these buttons to push it once. After that, our chain will get you the next speed gear chain wheel. So by this way, it will make sure you will ride or driving more faster. And then you want to make the speed low down. Don't worry, there is a button which under the bottom of these derailleurs. You just push these buttons, which is set up buttons. By I push for one time, then we will get to the original levels. If you push it in the end, it will be the original speed levels will be. And the thrillers, which are on the right hand bars I told you before, is the system which controls the speed. When you switch the models from the for the pedaling models to the for electric models, you will by control these thrillers by control to push them with different degrees to make sure different speed to you when you do outside assessment or do cycling. Even you can go on a picnic with friends on your free time. You can use our electric bicycles. And as you see, this terrier is very big than the other small folding electric bicycles. Due to this electric bicycle is a special type, it can do some mountain cycling, so that we strengthen the size of terrace and the surface and the thickness of terrace. So you will see this terrace is about 20-inch wide and with 3 to 4-inch wire. So this terrace will support more sense of stable for this whole electric bicycles when you use our EV electric bicycles to do some other activities. And after that is our rear part. The rear part is very simple, but it's also reliable enough for you. The first things under the saddles is our listening batteries. This is a big listening batteries with 48 volt by 11 ampere hours, so that totally it could be more than 1500 watts in these listening batteries. And all our listening batteries can be divided. And as you see, under these rubbers, there is a charging home that should take the special charging machines to charge its all powers. And after we test, when you want to charge it fully, you just only take about 4 to 6 hours. So that it means that you can ride it, go home, and after that you can charge it. And on the another day's mornings when you wake up, the listening batteries will be charged full. So you can charge it once a day, even once a week. It doesn't matter. And our listening batteries can be divided, so you can do some treatment to deliver these listening batteries. If you want to check how much left about our electric bicycles listening batteries, don't worry. There is also a button which my finger clicked. So you will see there are 3 lights shining on these listening batteries. We are about to green light and a red light. If above all these 3 lights were shining, it will show you the listening batteries have been charged enough. So you are not worried about how much left in these listening batteries. And as we know, the triangle form is the most stable form of the world. Due to these electric bicycles is a special type, it does when we design it, we have different design productions, so that we think it could be folding electric bicycles. So we have to we have to reduce the crossbars. so that it will not be make sure the form will be a triangle form. So we want to make sure our electric bicycle more stable and more comfortable and more reliable. So then we added other alloy bars here to make this form a triangle, another triangle. Totally both of these bars which are under the saddles or these two added bars will make a triangle form too, to make sure all the stable of our electric bicycles, to make sure it will give you a more comfortable, more useful use conditions. And let's back to the real part. As I told you, these electric bicycles is a special type. So you will see in this real part that will not have nothing. Will not have many things. This is a sample size. You can edit things as you like. All of our electric bicycles is adjustable. So even you can change the form part, which about its shock systems. The shock systems take the air shock systems to make sure when, for example, there is a big hole in front of you, you can only go straightly. So don't worry when you use our number systems to face the hole, our air shock systems will work. So as you see, the shock system is very wonderful to make sure it will give you a more comfortable using environment. And with saddles, they will make you driving or riding to do the cycling more comfortable. And back to the real part, as you see in this real part, it takes the brushless motors, which are about 350 watts. So we make sure this brushless motor will big enough for you to do about 55 kilometers cycling or this long ways go outside to do. Back to these electric bicycles I told you. It's 14 electric bicycles. So maybe you are interested in how could our electric bicycle can be folded. Don't worry, I will show you next. Totally is divided into 3 steps. The first step, you need to find the connected part in this way. This connected part makes sure the stable and make sure they get together with the front part and the rear part. So our electric bicycles is be divided into 2 parts, the front part and the rear part. The first step is you should to make sure these bars will not work, so it can be easily from one side to another side. After that, it will not easy to be divided. So we do the safety design. So if you are make it not straightly, you will not notice it. Don't worry. By this way, our safety design to make sure in this way our connected part will stable straight enough. It will not have any movable for this connected part. And if you want to fold this electric bicycle, you should to to carry up these bars to push it on. There is a connected part to make sure it will not movable easily. It's also a safety design. After that, you can fold it our electric bicycle to carry out this design. To carry these crossbars. After that, you will see it is easy to be divided into two parts, which are the phone part and the real part. And due to this design, as you see, if I not carry these crossbars, it will not have nothing changed. So first things, we should to make sure the kinetic part is yet work well. By some reasons, it will not easy to be divided. And these 40 electric bicycles can be folded to make small space it will take. To control the kinetic part, even than these parts which are under the handlebars. As you see, there is also a connected part here. We should also to make sure it can be divided. So I told you before, this is our folding electric bicycles. So all the things with this connected part, it can be folded. So you can fold this electric bicycle to reduce the space which about these bars, which are under the handlebars. Even you can connect it, the front part to divide it into the front part and the rear part. After that, you can fold them together to make sure it will help you reduce minimum space to make sure you can get this folding electric bicycle to your car's tenor, or you can get our folding electric bicycles to get on the subway. So as you see, when the connected part will be made up, it will not easily to movable by the rows. So if you use much big power to bind it, it will not movable. And this model, which called the 1708-1, is special type. And I have used this folding electric bicycle more than 3 months. And during this time, it gave me much help when I go to my company or go to the foundries. It's small, but gets much powers. Totally, I worked 5 days a week, so I just charge it for one time, so that it will give me enough help for a more environmental friendly driving way to go to my company and foundries. It's giving me much help due to I'm a people which is in environmental friendly. I don't want to make some air pollution to the earth, so I try to reduce. I go outside by my car, so I take these electric bicycles to do the one of my outside transport. And totally, from my home to my foundry is about 15 kilometers, even much farther. It's more far than this distance, but don't worry. And we designed this electric bicycle to help you take over the problems or help you solve the problems from point to point, from your home to your company or your foundries. You can take our electric bicycles. And in many countries, our folding electric bicycles can take on the subway in law. So, in where I live, the Wuxi Jiangsu province, 150 kilometers from Shanghai. So that in my cities, these 40 electric bicycles can be taken on the subway, so it will give me much helpful when I go to my office or go to my foundries. So that when I get out the subway station, they are only about 1 to 3 kilometers far away. So that when I go out the subway station, I carry my electric bicycle, this 40 electric bicycle, go outside and mix it together. After that, I can adjust the height of the saddle or other things about these handlebars. After that, I get on these electric bicycles, and if the time is enough, I will not use the power assisted model or the 4 electric models. I do some pedalings. So totally a day, I can do about 6 kilometers of 6 kilometers for cycling from my country, from my office to the subway station, and the subway station to my foundries. And if someday when I get up later than commonly, so I have to turn on these buttons to switch to the different models. If I just have only about 5 minutes left, I need to switch the models, switch on the handlebars to the low models to the high models. It will make sure I can get to my office in 2 minutes, so it's very fast. It can make me work more easily. And we think our EV electric bicycle is not only a transport, it's not only a transportation, it will also be your friend or be a member of your families. It's really giving me much help, so I will be very applicated to these EVs 1708-1 models. Yes, I'm very thankful about these models. And totally, this piece about our model, which calls the 1708-1, just costs you only about $425 piece, just for the XW price. And after test, 20 feet containers can take more than 120 pieces in a 20 feet containers. If you choose 40 feet containers, there will be 145 pieces in one containers. So if you are interested in our electric bicycles like this model, this 40 model, which called the 1708-1, please follow our Alibaba International Shop. You are always welcome. And at this time, we are looking for the distributor in your location. So if you are interested in our EV's electric bicycle, please contact us. We can get a win-win cooperations with you. And back to this electric bicycle is just only one model of our electric bicycle which EV produced and designed. So as you see on this table, there will also have electric bicycles. Yes, common electric bicycles, but it's also very helpful to you. And as you know, EV's electric bicycle have more than 10 years, and during these 10 years, we have many customers. They have many questions, and we collection them together, and then give you an answer. Please see the screens. Well, our customer want to know how much does the electric bicycle weight. For these 40 electric bicycles, you can choose belong to the high-end class most size in Europe and America. After 15 years, all containers improvement. And our engineers have now achieved about 12 to 15 kilograms. The advanced lady can pick it up with my hand without a problem. And our electrometal is much lighter, so it's easy to carry. And another question is about what is the foam made of? Our foam material is very light and very strong aluminum alloy, which called the 61 series. And it will not easy to be rusted, or even it will not be rusted. And the third questions, one of our customers asked us about what's the batteries, how many years will it last? The batteries is lithium batteries with 1,200 cycles. At least to explain further, the cycles represent the normal working life of the battery. Each charge is cycle, assuming that you charge once a day. So its working life is about 1,200 days, and at the end of its working life, the battery still has about 65% capacity of growth. You can still use it, but it's recommended to replace it. Because at this time, the power of the battery will show the virtual power, which will bring inconvenience to your work and life. And maybe you are worried about if something wrong with my batteries, how can I do? Don't worry. One of our customers also asked us that what if the battery runs out, where can I get one? Please contact us first. Due to the first time you to buy our repair parts when the battery is used up, and the cost of the purchase is very cheap. And we will give professional treatment to our older customers. And other customers are interested in how long does it take to charge and how many kilometers on a single charge. For different models have different kilometers on average single charge. But for this model, which calls the 17081, it can be fully charged in 4 to 6 hours. It can run about 45 kilometers per 4 hour, and about 18 kilometers per handle power. And what's the maximum speed? As you know, different countries have different requirements, but by default, our foundry maximum speed is 25 kilometers per hour, which is a European standard. If there is a special requirement, please let us know when you place the order. And generally, if the foundry settings are changed, The minimum order quality is about 50 sets. And the last question, can it be folding into the trunk or into elevator into the subway? After folding, it can be put in the trunk, can enter the elevator. Whether or not to take the subway depends on the local traffic management requirements and decide. For example, I told you before, in Wuxi, the province, China, where I live, we can allow electric bikes and scooters to be folding and brought into a subway. So this type, which called the 1708 shrine, will be a good helper in your daily life. So if you are interested in our EV's electric bicycle, please contact us. And we are looking for the distributor in your location. If you are interested our electric bicycle, please contact us. You are always welcome. And at the same time, please follow our international shop. You are always welcome. And that's today's EV's live show about our electric bicycle. Thank you for watching, and see you next week. Goodbye.